Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, and welcome back to my channel, Mayta What Ifs. Today, I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was a Part of Senju Uzumaki and Hyuga clan. And yeah, guys, it is an unscripted short movie. Now, before continuing, this shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to Jimmy Desitais for suggesting this idea. Now, moving onwards, it has a little bit of twist, but I'm not gonna spoil anything. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As Spidey, I'm still waiting for your reply, buddy. Do give me a reply, so I will be making your idea soon. Anyways, enough said. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins 10 years after the QB attack in Konoha Gakure no Sato. While the village has recovered and has moved on from the attack, the people, they haven't. Tonight was the 10th anniversary of the QB's attack. While most of the people were mourning for the loss of their loved ones and their legendary shinobis back in the past 10 years ago tonight, some of them who held a hatred like no other were doing a deed of their own, venting out their frustration and rage in their own way, their own sickening way, and that was known as the Fox Hunt. An event that they on their own created a few years back, in which they would hunt down the person they blamed for all of this chaos and loss. Naruto Uzumaki, 10-year-old resident Jinchuriki, orphaned at the same day he was born, all those years ago when the QB attack happened. As now we see Naruto currently cornered in an alleyway. Naruto, even though while being beaten, would still see the faces of those who were doing so. Civilians, shinobis in civilian clothes mixed alike, and some of them were even from the different clans like of that of Uchiha as well as Hyuga, the prominent prestige clans as they call themselves. As now we see, Naruto was left there as soon as some of the Anbus arrived, and as soon as they left, Naruto was taken to the hospital. This was a usual, procedure whenever the 10th of October came. As now we see, Naruto was laying on the hospital bed as his Gigi and the third Hokage arrived inside. Naruto, my boy, I'm sorry. It's alright, Gigi. You know what? I'm getting used to it, said Naruto with a smile on his face. You shouldn't be. Yeah, I'm just, trying to lift up the mood. As Hiruzen smiled, seeing that Naruto's spirit wasn't broken as such. Well, you have to rest, my boy. Because after you recover, you'll be heading back to the academy, remember? Yeah, I know. Well, sooner or later I'll be the Hokage, and I'll take that hat soon. And you better watch out, Konoha, because I'll be making sure that you all respect me. Very much sure, said Naruto, with a seriousness at the end of the tone, as Hiruzen, ignoring that, smiled and beamed with pride at Naruto, who was ready to let go of the hatred that the people inflicted on him. And so Naruto was, after proper treatment, discharged towards at home. When he was walking home, people would look at him with disdain and with sneer at him. But Naruto paid them no attention as he went home and locked his apartment and slumped down with a sigh. Those fucking bastards. One of these days I would find out how to do those jutsus that they do to avoid these type of attacks. And when I do learn, these bastards will pay for what they have done, said Naruto. You see, Naruto had a few secrets of his own, one being the persona that is displayed in front of Gigi and the others. That was a fake one. The real Naruto was quite cunning and filled with hatred to the brim for Konoha, especially for the prestigious clans such as the Uchihas and the Hyugas, who always has partaken in every opportunity to make his life living hell. So, he knew he had to get back at them, and the opportunity has presented itself in the form of quite ironic and disturbing turns of events. Turns out he had a Byakugan, much superior and powerful than those of Hyugas, because their veins would pop out and not his. As for why their veins pop out, well, a trusted source told him that they used the Byakugan in exchange for taking a toll and strain on their body. Well, this Byakugan didn't cause any, and it was much more stronger than any, and has similar attributes to Sharingan as well, which allowed Naruto to copy most of the jutsus as well as genjutsus, and making him immune to genjutsu as well. and he has been doing this so far to make sure that he would not get seriously hurt. As now we see, Naruto then lay down on his bed and closed his eyes to appear inside the mindscape where his trusted source resided. The only being aside from him who held the extreme level of hatred towards Konoha, Kyubi no Yoko, or otherwise known as by its name, Kurama. So Kurama, what do you think? What do I think? You got your ass handed to you, kid. That is what I think. Ugh, not you two again. I want to get back at them somehow. You're not ready yet, kid. You might have that flashy jutsu of yours, and dojutsu as well, but you're not nearly there yet. You need more to copy from them, learn from them, and then, and only then, you will be able to launch an all-out attack if you want to. Yeah, you know what? That would be a suicide mission. An all-out attack. Can you imagine the Uchihas and Hyugas working just to take me down? I'm not gonna go down in history to put aside their rivalry. I mean, it works for me that they already hate each other to the point that they want to rip each other's throats out. Yeah, I guess you're right, kid. But still, that would be something fun, right? Yeah, that would be. As after that we see, Naruto rested and the next day came. Still in bandages, but being able to move, he attended the academy. As soon as he entered, someone bumped into his shoulder, throwing him from his ground as he was able to stumble but catch himself up. And see, it was the prideful heiress of the Hyuga clan, Hinata Hyuga. Watch where you step, you dirty bastard. What do you mean? I was standing on the doorway. Do you wish to get beaten? Naruto Uzumaki, you are nothing. You have even dirtied my clothes. You know how expensive they are? Said Hinata with disdain in her voice, as Naruto rolled his eyes. Yeah, whatever you say, princess. Just go and fuck yourself off from here. As Hinata tried to launch her Juken style towards Naruto, as Naruto covered his, face until, Iruka came in and stopped her. Enough! Break off, you two. Naruto, go sit in your place. And Hinata, you as well. Tch, said Hinata as she went away. As Naruto sat down there, reminiscing that how in the hell was he so gullible back in the day that he was able to rescue this piece of shit. He should have allowed her to be bullied, to the point that she would have either done something to herself or something like that. Because the personality that she carried now, it was much worse than the other Hyugas who even beated him. As now we see, Naruto went on to the academy as usual from then onwards, and not only that, he in his spare time after the academy would go to different clan houses and spy on them, all the while avoiding his best to not attract attention towards himself. As now we see, Naruto was caught one day, as usual spying on Hyugas by none other than Hiruzen, who was spying on him for a change to look out for the boy through his globe, and saw that Naruto's eyes were different. They were purplish white, just like the Hyugas, and they didn't have any veins around them, and Naruto was watching them perform Juken style. Hiruzen decided that he shouldn't bother Naruto and just monitor him more, as after that he witnessed that Naruto disappeared from there. Arriving at an undisclosed location, he began to train in Juken style on his own, but his Juken style then transformed into something onwards, a blur. Even for his trained eyes, a blur. That meant that Naruto was hiding his true strength, and this caused Hiruzen to narrow his eyes and have some doubts. So, he disappeared from his office and appeared where Naruto was training. My boy, what the hell are you doing? As Naruto immediately flinched and looked back. Gigi, what do you mean by that? Your eyes are different, Naruto. And you are training in the legendary Juken style from the Hyugas. Well, I guess cat's out of the bag. Yes, it is, Naruto. Now, it would be great if you reveal to me what is that you are hiding. As Naruto sighed, fine. But not here, in your office. Alright? That is something that is doable. And so Naruto and Hiruzen made their way towards his office. As after arriving there, we see Naruto looked everywhere, using his eyes, and was able to detect 18 Jonins, at least up to Anbu level, hiding there. Why are your Anbu still here? as Hiruzen was surprised that Naruto was able to detect them. Usually they would not be able to be detected by the Hyugas, whose Byakugan, even if they used, couldn't detect them because of their chakra suppression skills. As Hiruzen was impressed, and at the same time concerned. Alright? As all of them went away, as Hiruzen raised up the barrier walls. I wouldn't raise the barrier, Naruto. Nobody can listen into our conversation. I have talked to the QB. I unlocked this power once I was beaten a few years back. It was due to trauma that I unlocked it. He revealed to me that these are the eyes of the rabbit goddess, or her clan, known as the Otsutsuki clan, from which the sage of the sixth path belonged to. My Byakugan is much more potent and powerful than those of your Hyugas. I can take them on in just giving me a few years worth of training and time, which nobody is ready to give me. As that is when Hiruzen asked, what else do you know? That you're hiding my heritage. Minato Namikaze is my father and Kushina Uzumaki is my mother. What? Me and QB are on good terms because of our hatred towards your village that you also adore, and so my parents did. You hate this village? Why shouldn't I? Think about it for years with your brain, Gigi. I mean, come on. All my life I have been hated. Why in the hell would I be willing to sacrifice my all, give my all for this piece of shit of a hellhole? Because this was your home. This is the place where your parents sacrificed. So to hell with it. I didn't ask them to sacrifice themselves for this shit place. I mean, if they were here, would they have done the same after finding out? Or if they have found out what the village would have done to me? Tell me this. As Hiruzen remained quiet. That's what I thought. Naruto, still, even if you hate the village, then that is when Hiruzen stopped and wondered, wait, if you're in contact with QB, you have this strength, and you hate this village, then why haven't you left? Where would I go? The council will put a huge target behind my back. I know some of your shinobis, some of your close friends who have done atrocities that you can't fathom. What do you mean by that? Your loyal elders, Danzo Shimura, Koharu, and Homura. They are the ones behind the Hyugas and their arrogance. And not only that, they are also the ones behind the unrest between the Uchihas and civilians that are causing an uproar. And sooner or later there might be a civil war breaking out in Konoha. As Hiruzen's eyes widened, because Naruto was aware of that. What else do you know? Root is still in function and working properly. There are many moles in between, and he has also worked with Orochimaru in the past, and even now he does. As Hiruzen's grip tightened around his table. She knew about this all and kept this from me? And why should I have told you this? I mean, you didn't tell me even my parents who they were when I asked you, begged you. Why should I have told you this? You are the god of shinobi. You are the professor. Go figure yourself out about this. Why tell me this now then, Naruto? The cat's out of the bag, Gigi. I don't care about anyone here. Except for a given people that I can count on 5 fingers. 5. You know that? As Hiruzen sighed, I know that I have made a lot of mistakes, Naruto, but I know you have. So that is why I'm asking you. Do some research on my heritage. What do you mean by that, Naruto? Because Kurama has found something. Who? QB. I see. What has it found? It has found that I have chakra signatures similar to Hyuga's and Senju's as well. Aside from being a Namikaze Uzumaki. As now we see. Hiruzen's eyes widen. Alright, I'm on it, my boy. As after that a few days went as usual, Naruto getting bullied by Hinata, Sasuke and the others from prestigious clans in the class while spying on their clans and taking their jutsus for his take. As this was going on, we see that Hiruzen discovered within the legendary scrolls a few records that were written down in the past. Hyuga wanted to gain more power and land in the clan warring eras. So to do that, they needed to get a proper Byakugan strength like those of Uchihas. No matter how much they tried to inbreed in the clan, that wasn't achievable. So to try something different, they made a pact with the Namikaze clan. And so one of the Hyugas was sent there, and soon after a child was born, but he didn't have any Byakugan. And so the time went on until a Senju married into the, Namikaze clan, But soon after that, the third war happened and the both Senju and Namikaze clans were destroyed. And the only lone survivor was Minato Namikaze. And now, the lone survivor was Naruto Uzumaki. Here too, if not three, then two of the most legendary clans ever. As now we see, immediately Naruto arrived here. As he had a thing that he needed to speak with Hiruzen. Gigi, there's something that I need to talk with you, and it's urgent. What is it, my boy? Not like this. Just like we did before, alright? As after the barrier was risen and everyone was kicked out. What is it, my boy? Said Hiruzen. As Naruto then said, I'll show you. As Naruto made a few handshakes and slammed his hands on the ground. Mokitan. Wooden spikes. As wooden spike arise from the ground. As Hiruzen's eyes widened. So you have the Mokitan as well? Yeah. I do. As after that we see. Hiruzen knew he couldn't delay any longer. Naruto. If not for three, you have the bloodline of the two of the most prestigious clans. You are the prince of Uzumaki's and a part of the Senju clan. Your cousin Tsunade is away, as she is the head of the Senju clan right now, and the Uzumaki clan as well. I have to call her back. Please do so, and fast. After the letter was sent to Jiraiya and both Tsunade, both of them rushed back, and once they arrived, Tsunade came face to face with her sensei. Why have you called me back, sensei? And what the hell do you mean that you would revoke my Sanin rights? I'm sorry for this, Tsunade, but I knew you wouldn't have returned otherwise. And for a good reason, I wouldn't have. But seriously, Tsunade, things have changed. Look, I have proof that there is a Senju here, still alive. Naruto, come in. And as soon as Naruto came inside, Jiraiya's eyes widened. Hello, godfather. Cousin, said Naruto. As Jiraiya's husband, you told him? I know, thanks to my resident. As Jiraiya flinched after hearing that. Kid, are you sure that the beast is to be trusted? I mean, the humans here are much more of a demon than that beast that you call. Then so, I think that he has been helpful so far, so yeah, I think he is trusted much more than the humans here that reside in this very own village, Jiraiya. That's not a smart. You can say that again. Anyways. So this is why you called me back? To show me that I have a family here? Yes, and not only that, cousin. I need you to protect me. For many years I have been abused here. And not only that. It's time that Senju clan got back on their feet and took revenge against Danzo, the one behind, alongside with the Hyugas and Uchihas, who murdered the Senju clan, by pushing them in a war that was not needed. A dispute that was caused by them and their arrogance. What? Said Hiruzen and the others, as a scroll was thrown. I was spying on his library. I found his diary logs. Wash and read this. And as soon as Tsunade read this, she ripped the diary apart. That motherfucker will pay for this, sensei. I'm gonna kill that bastard. In due time, everything will be done. But as of now, we need to make it official. You need to become the Hokage, an acting power figure. And slowly but surely take away the power that has been granted by the elders by stripping it away from Gigi to them. You, Gigi, and Jiraiya need to stick together, and I will be with you behind every step. As after that Naruto left, as Jiraiya said, the boy is quite cunning. Like the demon that is sealed within him. Are you sure that this is the same boy? Circumstances, Jiraiya. My failure and the circumstances that the boy was in has caused him to grow significantly. And that is why he has grown cunning. He hates the village with a passion like his father loved it with a passion as well. But they all have betrayed him, to the point that he has ended up despising it, to the point that he wants nothing more to see its destruction. Seeing that, I have called you back to make sure that once you become the Kage, there might be a chance that he might change his opinion on the village. I see. At least, he sees the village for what it is, and not try to sugarcoat it, or let bygones be bygones. But still, sensei, you hella made a lot of mistakes if the boy turned out like that. If Minato and Kushina were alive, things wouldn't have been like this, Jiraiya. The Hyugas, Uchihas, and many others wouldn't have done this to the boy. As now we see, Tsunade said, I will announce tomorrow in the academy who Naruto really is. And so now we see, tomorrow was the academy test, and Naruto decided, after seeing the three there, while everyone was surprised and being prideful that Naruto didn't need to have his mask on. And so he dominated everyone in a mixed tournament. And even Hinata and Sasuke, who were also prideful and strongest Konoichi and the Rookie of the Year, Naruto beated them to a pulp to the point that they couldn't stand up. As after that we see Naruto then said, "Is that all you got? Rookie of the Year and Konoichi of the Year? You'll be squashed within a mere second if you step a foot outside of this academy. Who the hell do you think you are, you no-name clan bastard? My clan will have my revenge, and who do you think you are, Uchiha, to say that to the heir to the Uchiha and Uzumaki clan? There is no Uzumaki clan. That is a bullshit. Uzumaki clan was so used that they had a village of their own. If it wasn't for them, then Konoha and your pathetic clan, Hyuga, wouldn't have existed today." As Hinata gritted her teeth, as that is when Hiyashi and Fugaku stepped in. "Tsunade-sama, it's good to see you back. It appears that there has been a misunderstanding." "Yes, it has been. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze Senju is the heir to the Namikaze Uzumaki and Senju clan." As their eyes widen, he is the son of Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki. His heritage has been given to him, effective immediately as the acting Hokage, giving him the access to the library as well. But there is no proof that he's a part of the Senju clan. Is there? As Naruto slammed his hands on the ground, Mokitan. Wooden spikes, jutsu. As huge amount of wooden spikes erupted from the ground, causing them to be in shock. The Senju clan is going to return back to its former glory, like in the good old golden days of Tobirama Senju, said Naruto teasingly towards Uchiha, as well as the Hyugas, and none other than the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju. And I'm gonna make sure that nobody steps a foot in my way, because if they do, I'll make sure I'll wipe them off clean. As after that, Naruto, making assertive dominance in front of the clan heads, began to leave. "Oh, there's one more thing, Hyugas." As Naruto closed his eyes and opened them again, causing them to be gasped in shock. "How do you have those eyes? You shouldn't have those eyes. Not even you have those eyes, Hyuga. My Byakugan is even more spirit than your oh so pathetic daughter over there. And your son over there, Uchiha. My eyes, they are immune to any genjutsu. I can copy any jutsu like you, Uchiha's, but at the same time, I can use this dojutsu without any strain over my life force or eyes. The purest form of Byakugan. One straight from the clan of the sage itself. The rabbit goddess itself," said Naruto. "But how is this possible? Read your hidden scrolls. You'll find within the deeds of your clan from the past, and the fruit that it bore today." As after that, Hiyashi went back as fast as he could, and as soon as he did, he began to search throughout the library and found a hidden scroll where it was mentioned that a Hyuga was married to the Namikaze, who later went on to marry with a Senju, but they were wiped out. The only remaining Senju Namikaze at the time from the merchant clan was Minato, and he and Kushina married, giving birth to Naruto, meaning that he was the fruit that he was mentioning. The one with the most perfect Byakugan that their clan was trying their best to achieve. Damn it. This cannot be allowed. Such a good opportunity cannot be wasted. To hell with Hinata. I'll make him the clan here, if he becomes a part of this clan, as Hinata became disdainful even more so than towards Naruto. And so, a council meeting was called within the Hyuga clan, and this was revealed and even showed by the history records, and all the Hyugas beamed at this. Thus, the ultimate Byakugan that they wanted was now achieved, while on the other side, the Uchihas were having a meeting of their own, in fear that the Hyugas might now have an upper hand, because the powerhouse of a boy that Naruto has revealed himself to be at such a young age, it was quite dangerous for them, and for the power balance that has been shifted between Hyugas as well as Uchihas, now could shift in the balance and power towards Naruto. And soon as that, we see that the next day a council meeting was held where even the civilians were shocked that Naruto's heritage was revealed, as many didn't want it to believe, but in the end, with the given evidence, even the elders had to agree that what they were saying was the truth, and Naruto was given the heritage that he deserved. And not only that, Daimyo himself returned, who was married to an Uzumaki once. Because of his wife loved for her hometown, she died because of the illness and heartbreak. Seeing that Naruto was similar to somewhat similar to his own son that has perished alongside his wife. He and Naruto grew close, and this caused more concern for the whole civilian council as well as Uchihas and Hyugas, because Naruto's influence over the power figures like Daimyo Hokage and those of the clans that he resides from was now getting more and more out of hand. And the cherry on top was the daimyo announced that the land that belonged to the Uzumakis alongside all the scrolls and salvaged objects now belonged to him, making him the heir to the Uzumaki clan, the richest and the most powerful influential clan, not only in Konoha, but in the whole land of fire, heck in the whole elemental nations maybe. Giving Naruto the upper hand at such a young age, and they were left gritting their teeth. As now a year has went by since this incident, and Naruto has been training rigorously with all the people around him. As now we see, during that year, many things have went down. Uchiha tried to start a coup on their own, but failed miserably because of Daimyo as well as the Anbu's intervention. At the end, Itachi Uchiha, who also sided with the village, had to eradicate his clan and become a traitor in the eyes of the Uchiha and the remaining Uchiha mainly, his own brother Sasuke, who he left alive in hopes that he would be able to repair the image. While on the other side, the Hyugas were downright terrified to the point that they began to fear Naruto because his influence was able to wipe out a clan clean off from the face of the earth like he promised, meaning that he wasn't joking around. One wrong step towards the boy and he will wipe them off from the face of the earth. But there were still some people who hated him with a passion because of the biju he carried, some of them being the shinobis. They tried to attack Naruto every now and then, but Naruto made an example out of them by making sure hanging their bodies in front of his home, his parents' home, where he resided now. As now we see, Naruto was at the end of the academy year and was sitting and waiting patiently for his team. As one by one the teams were announced until Kurenai Yuhi arrived and she glared at Naruto. Releasing her killer intent, Naruto just shrugged it off with a smirk causing her to glare as Naruto released a genjutsu in which within a mere second Kurenai witnessed herself dying more than 10 times as she was sweating cold and glared at Naruto and walked towards him and picked him up with a collar. What did you do? Same tricks that you tried to use, Kurenai Yuhi. And leave my collar alone. I am the clan head of 3 clans. If you want to mess with me, you'll be messing with the land of fire and damn yourself. To hell with that. Where do you think would you go after this, huh? Even if you run to the end of this world, I will find you. One way or another. And once I do, what will happen to you will be left to me. And you think I'll make this easy for you? Naruto said with a smirk as Kurenai gritted her teeth and threw him back to his chair. You're lucky, Uzumaki. It's Senju as well, you bitch. You better pay me respect. As Naruto said with a smirk as Kurenai gritted her teeth and as Hinata glared at him. And so they left. After that we see Kakashi arrived. And he, Sakura, and Sasuke were his teammates. As after that we see Naruto was the one able to cross the test and help out both, Sakura and Sasuke. Sasuke didn't want his help, but Naruto, beated him to the point that Sasuke was his bitch now and had to listen to him. Sasuke hated every part of it, but he knew that he was not strong enough, and so Uchihas, being filled with their mindset that they need to listen to the strongest, had to listen to him. As now we see, after that the Land of Waves arc began when they met with Tazuna, the first team rank mission. It was supposed to be easy. As 2 demon brothers appeared from a puddle, Naruto took them down swiftly, killing them without extracting information. As that is when Kakashi pointed out, that was wrong, Naruto. You didn't have to kill them just yet. You have to take out the information first. Ah, gee, sorry, man. Kakashi sensei. I didn't thought for that. Yeah, next time just be careful. Yeah, I guess you're right. As Sasuke and Sakura were left stunned, that Naruto didn't even flinch when killing the people. As after that we see, as soon as they arrived in the Land of Waves, mist surrounded them. Naruto, using the Wind Daipora Jutsu, was able to evaporate everything from there as a sword came towards them. Naruto, using his adamantium chakra chains from the Uzumaki clan, was able to stop the sword. Not only that, crush it into a million pieces as well. You bastard! You destroyed my blade! As before anything could happen, Naruto impaled the man with chains straight through his arms and legs, hovering, making sure that he hovered above. Did I do good, sensei? Yes, Naruto. Sasuke and Sakura were scared at the same time impressed of the abilities that Naruto possessed. This was the abilities from the legendary Uzumaki clan. As he has mentioned, an Uzumaki, huh? A pure-blooded one at that. Fuck. Just my luck. Just hand over that bastard over there and I'll be off. Reveal everything to me before I extract your chakra and make you that corpse. Fine. As now we see, Zabuza not wanting to become a dead corpse because of chakra exhaustion revealed everything, with Gato and his hideout to his plan. And after that he was thrown to the other side, with barely enough chakra that he was able to survive but pass out. As after that we see Naruto made his way straight towards where Gato's hiding spot was. Are you sure we should be here? Shut up, man, because we're here is because of you. And I'm gonna make sure that none of the others suffer because of your foolishness, you bastard. As after that Naruto went inside, and what happened next was, screams after screams were heard. As Naruto stepped out, he was covered in blood, as his eyes were different. As he looked glared at his team, it's done. As he dropped the head of Gato in front of his sensei, as Sasuke puked alongside with Sakura, as Naruto then said, what is it, Rookie of the Year? Can't handle this much of heat? This is the real Shinobi world. Wake up to reality. The Shinobi world that you imagine in your head, oh, I'll become strong and be the top of this world. That's not possible. There is always someone out there, no matter how much you strong become, who is always gonna be out there that will outsmart you, will be stronger than you, cunning than you. And you have to be ready when that time comes. This is what a Shinobi world is. As after that Naruto returned, took a bath and rested. And after that, we see the same night. While the village celebrated, Sasuke and Sakura asked Kakashi, what sensei, what Naruto said, is it? That is 100% true. You know, my teammates were also like that. But both of them died in the third great Shinobi War. One crushed under a rock trying to protect me, other being impaled by my own jutsu by accident. That is how they perished. As both of their eyes widened. Yes, mistakes can happen, even from the best of us. As after that we see, the bridge was completed and Naruto returned. And as soon as it did, they bumped into a Team Kurenai. As Hinata then said, well, look who is it here. The clanless bastard. I am from a clan, much more prominent than your bastard of a clan who even discriminate amongst their own. Hyuga. As Hinata gritted her teeth, as Kurenai then said, watch your tongue, boy. She's the heiress to the Hyuga clan, and he's the heir to the Uzumaki Namikaze Senju clan. Or have you forgotten? As Kurenai gritted her teeth when Kakashi said this. As after that we see Naruto then said, well, whatever, I'm gonna leave. Mark my words, Uzumaki, you're going down in the Chunin exams. If you and I face one another, I'll beat you to a pulp, make you wish you were dead. Mark my words, Hyuga. I'll fulfill your wish and promise. Just the other way around, said Naruto with a sinister smirk. As Kurenai, with pure rage, at the same night attacked one of the team members, the weakest one, Sakura, to the point that she was crippled. Naruto was enraged and so was Kakashi because Naruto could see who it was and see Kurenai smirk. As after that we see Naruto went towards the Hokage. As Naruto and Hiruzen was, well, in thought, what should we do, Naruto? It's obvious that who it is attacked her out of distance. It should have been me who she wanted to attack. Knowing that only 3 can participate in Chunin exams, and knowing that I can beat the Uchiha to a pulp, she tried her best to protect her students and make sure my image was ruined. But I have a better plan. Sakura was useless from the beginning, living a fantasy girl dream. Now that she's out of the way, I have a perfect candidate who might piss off both Kurenai as well as Hinata. Who? Yakumo Kurama. But she's possessed by a demon that causes strong genjutsu that even Kurenai had to leave her behind. She was just fed up and didn't want to babysit a weakling like him from a no-name clan. I can make sure that she is recovered. And so Naruto did. As Naruto then said, give me a few weeks. As after that Naruto went to find Yakumo. And so the treatment began. As now we go towards the Chunin exams where Kurenai was waiting with pride at the top of the tower where her team has made. Well, looks like your team isn't here, Kakashi. I'll talk no bite. As after that Naruto said, who says so? We're already here. Isn't that right, Yakumo Kurama? She isn't a part of your team. Who says who? as Naruto showed her a document made from the Hokage. It's official. Yakuma is going to be replaced. She can't. She has the demon. Demon that has been sealed away. Thanks to my Uzumaki powers and Genjutsu abilities from this Jujutsu that you don't possess. So much for Genjutsu mistress of Konoha, who can't even erase a demon with such ease, said Naruto, willingly out loud, as everyone began to look at her with doubt, as Kurenai for the first time was also doubting herself at the same time, was also looking everywhere, being embarrassed. What do you mean by that? Nothing. It's just that you're useless as your student over there. Nothing but filled with pride and bitterness. To the very end. Your arrogance has caused this. If it wasn't for the offer given to you by the Hyugas, you wouldn't have abandoned her, have you? You're saying that I abandoned her for money? Obviously, what else? As Yakumo also agreed to that, as everyone began to murmur and whisper, as Kurenai image was going down the drain as every second passed. And so the Chunin exams began after that. As first test came to an end, second test Naruto used to beat a team from the Rice country that also was participating, and went on. As they were going towards the center part of the village to the finish line, they were attacked. Naruto, using his dojutsu, trapped the genin in the genjutsu until they escaped, and when the genjutsu was removed, his eyes widened. My oh my, I found something very interesting here. In search of silver, I think I might have struck gold. You interest me, Naruto Uzumaki. I'm gonna keep an eye on you, my boy. Things are certainly heating up and interesting in Konoha. As Naruto and his team was the first one from Konoha to arrive, only second to the team from Suna. As after that, Kurenai's team arrived the last. As Naruto chuckled, so much for your team made from prestigious clans who can't even come first. 5 days it took them just to pass this test. Pathetic. As after that, the preliminary rounds came, in which Naruto went face to face with Kiba, who he beat it with a single punch. As Hinata's opponent was none other than Yakumo Kurama, who she thought was easy picking, as Kurenai then said, destroy her. As Yakumo then glared at her former sensei and at Hinata. As soon as the match began, Hinata activated her Byakugan and began to beat the shit out of Yakumo into a bloody pulp. But in reality, everyone began to witness that she was punching the ground and eating sand, acting like a crazy maniac, while Yakumo was standing on the other side with folded arms, laughing at her with a smirk. As the whole stadium was laughing, the Hyugas began to turn more bright red and red because of the embarrassment. And after that, with a single neck chop, Hinata Hyuga was knocked out and disqualified. The heirs to the Hyuga mighty clan was disqualified with a single neck chop and a minor genjutsu. So much for being trained under the Genjutsu Empress of Konoha. A simple genjutsu was able to lock her in, and a neck chop was able to defeat her. Pathetic, said Naruto out loud in her face. As at the same time, not only the people from Konoha, but from the other nations also began to doubt that Kurenai Yui was as strong as she was mentioned in the bingo book. As Kurenai was made into a literal joke alongside with Hinata in front of everyone that was present there. As now we see, it was now time for a month break. As Naruto was leaving, he was grabbed by the collar by Kurenai. You did this. As Naruto with a single neck kick knocked her to the other side, causing her to grab her neck in pain, as Naruto then said, releasing his wood release bindings to caught her in a wood binding. As Naruto arrived near her, with the kunai in his hand, I will dissect you in more than 1,000 ways, Kurenai Yui, if you lay a single hand on me ever again. And as the clan head, I can order for your death right now. Do you wish to be executed so badly by me? You know what? Something funny happened. The QB just told me that it enjoyed crushing your parents' skulls under its feet. As Kurenai was now shaking violently like a rabid dog. As soon as at the right moment, Anbus arrived. Oh my god, she attacked me. She's acting like a rabid dog. Is she even fit to be a Konoichi at this point? And soon Anbus surrounded her and placed chakra suppressors on her instantly, as Naruto watched her go with a bright smirk on his face. As Tsunade then said, alongside with Jiraiya, Kid, you are one terrifying mastermind, you know that? Hey, I had a lot of rage that needed to be vent out. I mean, she's unfortunate that she was on my bad side, always trying to belittle me, and even partaking parts in the fox hunt. And she's the one behind Sakura's health like this. And you won't know, some people might wanna know. As now we see, the council meeting was called, as Kurenai knew for sure that the elders would save her. But once Naruto revealed the evidence to the head of the civilian council, which was Mebuki Haruno, mother of Sakura Haruno, that showed images of Sakura being beaten by Kurenai, and Kurenai's video of confessing in the kunai bar after being drunk to Uncle Mitarashi what she has done. She was not only banished from the konoha, but also stripped from her konoichi status, as well as her chakra was forever sealed, making her useless, and she didn't was given any ounce of penny. As she was leaving, we see that Naruto standing there. Hello there, Kurenai Yui, the Genjutsu, I am sorry, former Genjutsu mistress and konoichi of Konoha. How does it feel everything you ever built and loved ripped away from you? Huh? You did this, you monster. Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to me? Said Naruto mockingly. You shouldn't have done what you have done to me. I've warned you multiple times, but you didn't listen. As Naruto smirked, hey, I was playing fair in your own game. You set the rules, you set the board, you made the game. It's kind of unfortunate that I was the one who checkmated you in the end, wasn't it? As after that, Naruto knew that Kurenai was out of the way. Next thing he needed to take care of was the elders. So he involved the daimyo, who was by the time his uncle by the time now, and gave him the evidence against the three elders, who at the point were executed, as Naruto watched this with a beaming smile, as the Hyugas grew more and more worried of this. At the same time, Hinata was turned into nothing more than a bloody joke, to the point that even none of the minor clan children respected her, as Hiyashi has named none other than Hanabi the next clan here. At the same night when this was announced, she tried to attack Hanabi, and unfortunately, because of that, chance was given to Hinata to defend her honor with the battle against her sister, which she was defeated in badly. And so Hinata, due to loss in battle, was sealed away from her chakra, her dojutsu, her pride ripped apart, and was kicked out of the Hyuga clan as well. As Naruto was watching this, oh, look at the Hyuga princess now, being kicked out of her clan. How does it feel, clanless bitch? Said Naruto, as Hinata was in tears. Aw, the girl is crying. You know how it feels now, Hinata? Feels good, doesn't it? I mean, I'm feeling great, being here to the three clans. All of them most prominent and stronger than your pathetic ever clan boss. And now you don't even have their support. Nobody by your side. Your mighty dojutsu sealed away. Nothing more than a clanless, oblivious, and civilian girl. Said Naruto as Hinata broke down. As she then said, You win, you bastard. Leave me alone. Oh, I will. Maybe, just maybe I will. Who knows? You have pissed me off way many more times than I can imagine, Hinata, and in the wrong way possible. And for that you will pay. And so finally the Chunin exams arrived. As many things have happened before the Chunin exams in 1 month given of time, Naruto had made sure a lot of things were now in their favor, and the power was shifted from their perspective to now theirs, as Naruto now possessed more power. As before Chunin exams, Naruto made sure the Suna as well as Orochimaru were dealt with, and the Chunin exams went as in normal. As soon after that, Jiraiya came with the news to Naruto and Tsunade about the Akatsuki. Naruto immediately acted faster alongside with Jiraiya, both taking them down. After Amegakure fight down, Akatsuki was now reduced to only one number, that being Zetsu. Because of his given abilities from the eyes, he sealed using the Moketan and Adamantium chains Zetsu in one place and used his eyes to make sure that Zetsu's will was forever changed and he became nothing more than a tree itself. A tree that bore a chakra fruit from Kaguya's strength that he consumed and gained the power of the sage himself. After gaining that, he went on and with his talk no jutsu that he called his sweet tongue, that he used on many people, was able to persuade not only his enemies but the enemies of this village to turn their side towards him, slowly but surely building a momentum until he was able to take it to the point that they had no choice but to listen to him whatever he says, like Konoha would. He became the much more given powerful authority above after daimyos and above kages in each and every village that every kage need to respect. As now Naruto was sitting in his mansion in Konoha, as the people down there always respected him and feared him now, instead of hating him as they did in the past. As Naruto was also present with his teammate slash crush slash lover now, Yakumo Kurama, both of whom had their revenge on those who have tried to destroy their life. And as for Hinata and Kurenai, Hinata was now a wayward soul who went left and right, her pride crushed, herself nothing more than a former shell of its former glory. And as for the Yugas, they were nothing more than a normal clan like many others, who now had to listen to the others. The prestige clan as they claimed to be was no longer there. And as for Kurenai, she wound up dead, after being arrogant in front of the others, who she thought that she could manipulate. As Naruto was more than ever pleased to listen to this news, and so was Yakumo Kurama, his girlfriend. And now future for Naruto was looking more brighter than ever as well. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this short movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. So, what do you think? Evil Hinata antagonist alongside with Kurenai. I mean, this idea quite interested me, so I wanted to do something similar to that and destroy Konoha by dissecting them with the help of Naruto's cunningness that he was able to develop and hide. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this story, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. This is it for the day. Peace.